forms.
Ralph Merkle, founder of the Merkle tree and a cryptography legend, stated, quote, "Bitcoin is the first example of a new form of life. It lives and breathes on the internet. It lives because it can pay people to keep it alive. It lives because it performs a useful service that people will pay it to perform. It lives because anyone, anywhere, can run a copy of its code. It lives because all the running copies are constantly talking to each other. It lives because if any one copy is corrupted, it is discarded, quickly and without any fuss or muss. It lives because it is radically transparent. Anyone can see its code and see exactly what it does," end quote.
AI. So the original definitions of AI, as conceived by Alan Turing, is essentially to replicate human cognitive behavior, to basically mimic what a human does. And it's best exemplified by the Turing test, trying to decide whether someone behind a wall is a human or a computer as they pass messages back and forth. So now let's combine these, AI and blockchain, especially in something that I call AI DAOs, artificial intelligent, decentralized autonomous organizations. There's a whole bunch of ways you can make AI DAOs. You start with a DAO, you add AI, or you start with AI, you put it on a decentralized substrate, or you start with software as a service, which is basically, some company running something. You turn that into a DAO, which is basically giving the same service, and then you add AI. Or you can even take a physical service and turn it into an AI DAO as well. So these things don't need to live just on networks. They can actually have bodies attached. So I've talked about a few of these things, right? I've talked about nature, sustainability, AI, blockchain, AI DAOs. How does this all unify? We've talked about self-driving cars in the past. Well, what if these cars owned themselves? Every single car was its own agent that had its own wallet. If it had to get repaired, it would go to the shop, et cetera, et cetera. This is possible, right? So we would have self-driving, self-owning cars interacting with the ecosystem around it. We don't have to stop with the cars and trucks. The roads themselves can be self-owning, right? Self-owning roads. Self-owning wind farms, right? This is where we can head. Self-owning power grids. We talk about changing the incentives to be carbon neutral.